Hey everyone, we're back. I have the great fortune of meeting a voice actor of top-notch caliber, Nicki Rapp.
Thank you. Hi.
She actually comes. This is a great. We were having a conversation. It was like meeting an old friend because you come from Marin County, California, where you work with Telltale Games
Yeah.
and Double Fine.
Double Fine.
I won't ask you which is the best studio to work for. We won't see that. But the characters that you've played have been huge. Morgan Le Fay from
Tales of Monkey Island.
which is one of my favorite games
Yes.
growing up. Lily Call,
From Walking Dead, yeah.
and a favorite that you're revisiting, Lily Zanato,
from Psychonauts.
which not saying you're a favorite, but we all have our favorites. I personally, I'm a big, huge fan of the Monkey Island franchise.
Yeah.
But tell me a bit about Psychonauts 2 and working on that and bringing back.
Oh, it's so exciting. It was my dream, honestly, because we finished that game in 2005, and I wanted it, like, as soon as I finished, I'm like, when are we doing the next one?
Right.
But I just didn't know if it was ever going to happen, and I know Tim Schafer was always like, everyone wanted it, and then I was fortunate to get to do Broken Age as well with Double Fine, and then, it was like 2015, they announced they were going to do Psychonauts 2. I had to be super secret about it for like a really long time, and I do a lot of Comic-Cons, and I had to like really kind of lie to people
and try to figure out how not to say the most exciting news you have.
Yeah. So, I mean, they did the fig campaign. They raised all the money. It was like astounding how much they raised, and now it's like really happening. I've had several recording sessions already, so it's coming out this year.
That's great. That's great. I think voice acting is one of those things that really, I don't think it gets its due yet. I mean, it should be respected as much as on-screen actors, absolutely, and because it really brings these characters to life. On screen right now, we have Morgan Le Fay. She is one of my favorites. She
love
is
her so much.
Pirate hunter extraordinaire.
Yes.
Bring up the characters. How do you get into a character, and how do you remember? Because this was the part that got me confused. Was like, wow. You not only have to come up with the depth of a character that kind of tells a bit about their story just from the tone of your voice, but also you have to remember how to do it every time. How do you do that?
It's interesting about Morgan because usually when I get auditions, well, not usually, a lot of times I'll get a picture with the character. So I kind of have an idea. Like for Walking Dead Lily, I had a picture. So I kind of had an idea of her. Morgan, I had no clue. All they had was a description. They said they wanted her to be like a Cameron Diaz, Rosario Dawson sort of, and I'm like, what does that mean in terms of voice acting? Like, I don't know what that means. I picked up on.
I'm trying to do my best, like client vagary speech.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
How do you do that in terms of? So, I picked up from the script that she was a fangirl. Basically.
Right.
So because
she was hunting pirates because she was really a fangirl of the pirates.
Yes, exactly. And I do have a younger tone. At this time, this was my first game I did with Telltale. And at that time, I didn't know I had kind of a lower range. I hadn't really gone there yet. Morgan was kind of my first grown-up role, even though she was only like maybe 22, 23, maybe not even that old. But I didn't know what she looked like until the game came out.
Right.
And but they told me that they kind of changed what their idea was of Morgan after my audition, and it made me really stoked. Because
that's awesome.
That
means that you're bringing a lot to the story with your character development.
And then when I saw her, I'm like, oh my gosh, she is a babe. I was like, this is amazing. So I just love her. And I hate that we didn't get to do more. I know Telltale moved on and did other things, bigger things, but Tales of Monkey Island is like.
I think they did a really good job though about hitting that nostalgia itch.
Yeah.
And we're kind of in a world of nostalgia fulfillment,
Absolutely.
And the internet gives us the ability to kind of realize, that the full potential of an audience that we might not have been able to find before. And I think they definitely served it because they did all the re-releases and stuff around the same time. And but it would be neat. It would be neat to have Telltale revisit some of those licenses.
I would love to play her again. Like, she was amazing.
Do we have? Yes. And then there's Lily from Psychonauts.
Okay. She's my favorite.
All right. And why is she your favorite?
Lily is very special to me because, I booked this job in like 99, 2000. I was brand new to the business. I got my first voiceover job in 99. So I didn't know Tim Schafer. I didn't know anything, and I didn't know.
He's a character, isn't he?
Yes, and he's amazing, and he is my favorite to work for.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel Lily is just. I think she's the most like me, and in tone as well. I mean, I definitely take my voice up a little bit higher to be Lily, but she's just a sassy, amazing. I mean, I love her.
Yeah, she's the tough girl.
I'm so glad to voice her again.
Yeah,
I'm so happy about it.
People are very eager for that game to come out. When Psychonauts 1 came out, I remember this is before I was actually even in the game industry doing journalism in the game industry. It was well before that, and I remember just like, wow, this is really a unique experience, and it kind of. For me, I think it was that gateway into the much bigger, indie scene.
Yeah.
And Psychonauts wasn't really an indie title. It was kind of, sort of, but
it was like a cult hit, and nobody really played it then. People loved it.
Well,
the critics loved it.
Yeah, because it wasn't one of the AAA title, method games, and it was something so completely fresh that it had such a interesting gameplay, interesting characters,
and it's held
fun
up
story.
So well all these years later.
Great performances. Well, I think, and that's the investment in the performances and everything else that goes along with it that makes it have that lasting power.
Totally.
So when is that due to come out? Do you know?
I think they're thinking it's gonna be in the fall.
In the fall.
I'm thinking it's the fall because it turned out the game has gotten bigger than they were planning. As it happened.
Well, give it more resources. Why not put more into it, right?
Yeah, and so it's gonna be awesome. My recording session so far, I'm in love with it. So.
And then I would be remiss if we didn't talk about the biggest franchise of them all, with Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And as you have described her, she can be a little bit of a bee sometimes. But there's got to be some release in being that kind of character, like down and dirty, do what you have to do to survive.
I mean, Lily. This is my most grown-up character for sure, and this was my other Telltale because I did Tales of Monkey Island, Sam and Max, and then Walking Dead. And Lily, like when I got this audition, I did have a picture of her. I was having a terrible day. I was like, why did my agent send me this? I would never book this part because it was just so different than anything I've ever done.
Yeah, it's a very serious character.
Yes, because I had to take my voice way down and it was so I was angry that day. So the script really lent itself to that. She was cussing, she was angry. It was kind of my dream to cuss a lot in a game. So I did that. I had to do 3 callbacks, and then I went in for my session, and it was just I don't know. There's nothing funny about her, nothing cute.
Right.
There's nothing about her that is lighthearted.
There are some very serious themes in this game, and if you haven't played the Walking Dead Telltale stories, I mean, it is one of the, if not the best, it's one of the best. Where the werewolf one comes in pretty high.
Wolf Among Us, yeah.
I really like the Batman stuff. I mean, they really, as they progress in making these games, they really, up the game each time.
Yeah.
And the Walking Dead series is one of the most phenomenal ones. Primarily because of the performances and the drama.
Some amazing performances.
And that's what it's all about. It's about human drama and being afraid.
Season 1 is pretty much from the Bay Area, which is amazing. We've all known each other for years. So it was really cool. We all kind of ended up in this game that really just blew up. Yeah. So it's been cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I am really curious, though. What are you either working on Psychonauts? Are there any other projects that you want to talk about? Or
I got some other stuff I can't talk about. But Psychonauts 2 is the big one that is what that's my heart right now. So I'm completely so happy that's happening. I can't even articulate it. It's been my dream come true.
Well, you hear right now, Tim. She's been made by this game, and this game is going to make a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
And I think we're all looking forward to it as well. I don't know. Is there anything that you'd like to let the audience know before we sign off?
Oh, I'm going to be at some conventions coming up. So actually this month now, I'm going to be at 2 Walker Stalkers. I'm doing one in Berlin and in London. And then I'm going to be back here for Klexicon next month. And then in Las Vegas. And then Phoenix Comic Con.
Phoenix Comic Con.
So far. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So making the rounds.
I love doing the conventions. I love meeting people. I mean, the interesting thing with Lily is people really don't like her. And I've gotten so much hate mail. And, I mean, I don't want to say any spoilers, but I mean, I think people probably know she's back in the final season now because she looks completely different.
Right.
And she's not nice. And
it's a hard road that you travel. I don't have any doubts that she's earned her stripes in being a little crass.
Yeah. I mean, she's been out there surviving in all these years, and now she's back, and it's been because of what happened with Telltale shutting down and then Skybound rescuing the game. And so I, for a moment, thought I wasn't going to get my comeback, and then I got my comeback.
Nice.
So I was really happy. So yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience. Besides people telling me how much they hate me, but now
that's
just
Twitter. That's just Twitter. It's like
yeah,
you
this
go on
guy
Twitter,
on Twitter's like, you should be crucified. I'm a voice actor.
I think when you sign on Twitter now, they just start sending you hate mail. Like it just starts sending you hate mail
that's
immediately
what I get.
before you even have any followers.
Yeah, that's what I get. It's all right though.
Speaking of, how would we see you on social media and the web?
Oh, so on Instagram, I'm Nicki Rapp, NICKIRAPP, all one word. On Twitter, I'm It's a Rap. It's ITSUHRAPP. And I have a Facebook page for my voiceover stuff too. Just if you look me up, Nicki Rapp.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Nicki. It's been great to meet you and talk to you.
Likewise.
And thank you for watching. And we'll be back in just a little bit. We're going to take a short break. We're back with artist AJ
Moore,
who is going to show us a little bit of his work as well.
Awesome.